What's up guys, RoyalZProduction here, and today I want to drop a little video for you guys talking about my top 10 music video directors or videographers that I personally follow. And if I ever get into kind of a creative slump, or I kind of lose a little bit of motivation, I actually look back on a lot of these people's work and it kind of remotivates me to get my workload done if I'm experiencing like kind of a creative block or have a heavy workload and just don't really have the motivation. These 10 directors are people that I totally look up to their work and look up to as people as well. So number one, Charlton Visuals. He's out in Toronto. He's a videographer and director out there. I actually dropped his name in the ending of my how I shoot rap and hip hop videos. If you're on this channel, you've probably seen that tutorial that I did about 2 years ago. I did talk about Charlton because that's about the same time that I was getting into music videography, and I was following Charlton since he started automotive videos, which is how I started videography. I started with automotive car videos. So I always followed his channel or his YouTube because I really liked his car videos, and then I saw that he was posting music videos, and I just think his work is super dope. Like from the very beginning, his music videos were just on fire, and he's just been killing it lately. Like 2 years later or more, like 2.5 years later, he's just been like murdering it out in Toronto. I just like that his edits and cuts are just super clean. Doesn't use a lot of After Effects unless he collaborates the edit with somebody else, but his shots are just super natural, and that's kind of how my style is for music videos as well. Like I don't use a lot of After Effects, I don't use a lot of effects. I just like the very clean, crisp edits. Number 2 on the list, Tities. Chaos is super dope. If you guys know, if you don't know Tities, you probably do know YC Imaging for his YouTube tutorials and music videography or music video tutorials. But Tities is actually YC Imaging's brother. Now, Tities is a celebrity photographer. He also runs music videos as well and directs out in Atlanta. But I actually did his 1 hour consult call, and it was totally awesome. Like I'd recommend that to anybody. It's basically a 1 hour phone call with him. Basically just kind of talk to him. He kind of asks like where you're at with videography, and you kind of go from there. But that was super dope to really just even talk with him on the phone and get a lot of just pointers from my YouTube channel and just directing in general and where I want to take videography. Even when you look at his YouTube channel, you get a very similar vibe to people like Creative Ryan or his brother YC Imaging. Just like his YouTube channel and his content is like very valuable, but I actually look up to Chaos for his photography. I think his candid photos are amazing because he takes like a lot of celebrity photos, and his music videos are also on point as well. His vlogs are great and just super like motivational too. So that's why I really like Chaos's stuff and his content. It's just like awesome. Another thing too is you can find every single director's YouTube channels in the link below. I'll also tag their Instagrams as well so you can check them out. Number 3 on the list is Jacob Owens, aka Buff Nerds Media. So I'm actually in Jacob Owens' mentorship program. It's a 6-month program. It's coming to an end pretty soon. I just feel that Jacob has probably the most well-rounded YouTube channel for tutorials, and mostly because he offers a lot of business techniques for running a video freelance company or running a video company. I find that he takes his tutorials and his knowledge just that he pours onto people just to the next level. Like there's so many videographers and freelancers that appreciate his work and appreciate the knowledge that he just hands out to people. I really love just the hustle that he has for passive income in the videography scene itself. It's pretty unreal that he has so many companies on the go, and I've met him in person. I was on a pickup date in LA for a Nipsey Hussle documentary. It was just pickup interviews and stuff, but I actually got to sit down with Jake at the end of the shoot and actually talk with him for like a good 45 minutes, and it was pretty sweet. There's another mentoree on the shoot as well, but I did take some behind the scenes photos of him kind of doing his thing on set. So that was super cool to actually meet Jacob Owens, because I've been following his work for like ever since I got into videography, honestly, pretty much. Like it was actually even before music videographies when I found out about Jake, because he did a lot of editing rundowns, and he also did like a lot of business style videos in relation to videography. But yeah, he's just all around just an awesome director. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, I can get out to LA so I can actually shadow him on a music video set, because in this program, in the mentorship program, you actually have full access to any of his sets So he'll put in a group chat, you know, I got an MGK video coming up this weekend, who's in, kind of a thing. So hopefully I can make a little last minute trip out to LA sometime soon to shout out Jacob Owens. But yeah, shout out Jake, super dope director. Number 4 on the list. Now, this is actually a collab between two people because I actually personally know them now, but it would be Fisk Films and Visual Boulevards. So James and Justin. So these are two directors out in Toronto. They mainly focus on music videography, but they'll also like collaborate a lot with each other in regards to like one of them grabbing BTS shots for the other. But you know, both their styles are super like distinct and really awesome, and they're just both great people. But I actually was like internet friends with these guys for the longest time. Like I'm talking like at least like, actually it was when I first dropped my How I Shoot Rap and Hip Hop videos. I originally talked to James, Fisk Films. He commented on one of my Instagram posts. He just straight up commented, yo, follow me back. I'm like, who is this guy? I follow him back and we start talking over DM. And 2 years later, we actually met up in LA. I happened to be in LA shadowing a director who I'm going to talk about later on an Ugly God shoot, and James and Justin were both in LA at the same time running music videos. So that was the first time that we met up, and this was literally only like a few months ago. So I actually got to meet them in person and stuff, which is sweet. Next time I go into Toronto, I'll for sure meet them when I go to run music videos out there. I'll go meet up with them again. But yeah, they're two super dope directors, all around just like nice people, and who have become friends of mine. So, but yeah, those two are definitely going to be doing big things in the near future for video, 100%. All right, number 5 on the list, can't forget about Cole Bennett. Cole is the GOAT of like music videography. He's killing it. He's created an empire. His YouTube channel is amazing. His directing is unbelievable. But yeah, Cole Bennett, obviously the GOAT. His editing is unbelievable. All right, number 6 on the list. Now this is an interesting one, Logan Mice. So Logan lives in LA and he is a director, a music video director out there. I actually met Logan through the Jacob Owens mentorship program. So Jake was actually out of town in Arizona shooting some sort of film series out there, and he brought Logan into our group chat, and Logan said that he had a Kid Ink shoot on a Friday and an Ugly God shoot on a Saturday if anybody wanted to come run BTS photos and video and just kind of shadow him as he worked. It's an unreleased video right now, so I would love to lay over some BTS shots that I got because they were fire, but I was shadowing Logan at this set, and it was really cool to meet him as well. He's been killing it. It was pretty cool just like seeing how he kind of takes directing reins on a big budget music video. But that music video for sure changed my life, and that's why I have Logan on this list for people that like I really look up to their work. At this point, I was still working at a marketing company that I was shooting corporate videos for full time. I was there for about 2.5, 3 years. After this weekend of filming, it was like a life-changing kind of experience. I was on set for about 15, 16 hours, I believe, for Ugly God. And I think just like shadowing, like the vibes and just like how professional everything was, like that was the level that I wanted to eventually take things for, maybe either DPing or camera operating, as those are two things that I love doing for music videos. But yeah, it was totally game changing. I remember just being on set and thinking like, this is what I really want to do. So yeah, I ended up getting home on Tuesday and gave my 2 weeks notice at my job. But anyways, that's a different story. But that's kind of why Logan's on the list, is just because like the experience that he gave me and the opportunity that he gave me to come on set like literally changed my life. Like now I'm freelancing 100% full time. So yeah, shout out Logan, super dope director. Check out his work. He posts most of his work on his Instagram, so I'll leave his Instagram in the description. Number 7 on the list, we got David Del Rosario. David is a super dope director, again out of Toronto. I don't know, I love a lot of Toronto directors, honestly. Like I follow so many Toronto videographers and directors, and I don't know, I guess like some of them are like still kind of like sort of low-key, but like they're just like unbelievable and like extremely underrated. Like Toronto is just killing it for the music visual game. But David is super dope. He shoots off a Red. He's shot for Killy. He shot for a bunch of other huge artists in Toronto. And I don't know, his style is just very natural. Again, kind of like Charlton, and like similar I guess to like mine. Like I love that natural look. So that's really why I love David's looks. It seems like he's a very good person too. Like I'll hit him up on DM over Instagram asking a question about something and he'll hit me back right away. So I'm hoping one day I'll get to work with him or shadow him or do something involving videography with him or music videography, but he is an awesome director. I believe he posts on his YouTube channel, which I'll leave in the link in the description, but I know he posts all of his work on his Instagram, so definitely go check out his Instagram. His work is like super clean, guys. You definitely got to check him out. All right, number 8, Joe Moore Photography. So Joe is somebody that I also found around the same time that I found Jacob Owens, Buff Nerds Media. Joe is most well known, I feel, for being 2 Chainz's basically right-hand man for photography. So he follows 2 Chainz around everywhere while still maintaining, I believe he lives in Atlanta, but he's good friends with YC Imaging, Creative Ryan, Chaos Tities, like that whole kind of like trifecta of videographers and music videographers and photographers. They're all good homies, so that's how I found out about Joe, is when I found out about YC. So I kind of found like Jake, Joe, and YC at the same time, but Joe is super dope too. I love that he does, like, on his Instagram, he's one of those people that will do the, you know, ask me anything, and he will answer like just like awesome questions, and like his responses to some of his questions, like the more technical stuff on the business side of things, are just awesome. And I just feel like every time I go onto his Instagram or view his stories, I learn something new. So that's definitely a director or photographer, videographer you need to check out. He's doing big things, obviously. Joe is super dope, and his Shopify account is awesome too on his website, which I'll actually also link that in the description. I actually personally use his visual contract kit for music videos, or for my music videos, basically so I don't get screwed. And it's only like $20 US, so that was awesome of him to do. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same thing that he uses for his visual contract kit, but you're basically ensuring that you don't get screwed and you're not liable if anything bad happens. So yeah, definitely check out Joe Moore. He is all in it for the culture of music videographers and directors, and is all for just helping people not get screwed in the industry. So definitely check out Joe. He's super dope. All right, another Toronto director, Marcus Letts. So Marcus, I found him through Charlton Visuals because they started collaborating a lot with the Young Tory music videos. Marcus goes heavy in with the After Effects. He's like kind of my inspiration to actually get into After Effects and learn After Effects so I can apply them to my own music videos. But he absolutely kills it. Like, he just recently worked with some huge artists out of town too, like outside of Canada, and I don't know, his After Effect game is so heavy, like just wild. Like I feel that he's for sure one of the best After Effects editors in like Toronto for music videos. Like, but yeah, it just seems like he really gets his work done. And like, I've been trying to get local artists here where I live to send my videos that I do for him out to Marcus so we can get some edits done, because like he just goes crazy with it. But yeah, he posts all of his stuff on Instagram, so if you want to check him out, if you want to check out like a good After Effects person that isn't Cole Bennett, definitely check out Marcus Letts. Unbelievable at the After Effects, just goes in heavy. All right, number 10 on the list is Brain Films. So Brain is out in New Jersey. He is actually Fetty Wap's videographer, and has been since pretty much the beginning. He's pretty much shot all of Fetty's big hits. I met Brain, I actually made a video on it, on a collaboration video that I did with Brain on a Fetty Wap Canadian tour footage video. So he went on tour, he always goes on tour with Fetty, and their recent tour that they did in Canada, Brain was on that tour, took all the footage. We connected when they were actually making the stop here where I live in Canada. We basically met at a studio. I was there shooting, a bunch of people recording. He was there just chilling. We exchanged contact info, and I ended up collaborating on a Fetty Wap Canadian tour video that's posted on Brain's YouTube channel. Turned out super dope. He was awesome to work with, and we still keep in touch to this date. I think we got some big things planned in the near future though, so that'll be pretty sweet. But you'll definitely hear about that if that actually goes through. But yeah, Brain is dope. His editing style is, again, like pretty natural, but he just gets like the point across. That's why I like his visuals. Like, whenever I see him post his visuals, I just like, I know it's gonna be good. For one, like, I just know clicking on that video, it's gonna be a good visual, and he just totally gets the point across, which I just love about his work, because it's just like, it's very simple, but extremely clean, and he also shoots off a red, so like his footage always looks awesome. So yeah, guys, that's my top 10 videographers that I like to kind of keep up with the most and pay the most attention to. And also, I also go back and watch their work if I'm ever in a creative block. But yeah, I think that it's just such a wild variety of shooting styles, editing styles, and like DP work that, you know, it's just like if you're kind of getting into music videos right now, these are probably like a good starting point for like a top 10 people to kind of like check out that aren't, you know, all blown up on like a Cole Bennett level. You know, I honestly don't even really watch Cole Bennett stuff anymore. I like to like find those lower key, you know, the kind of more low key videographers, because and also just more relatable. You know, not that I'm on like all these people's levels, but it's just nice to be able to see something a little more simple and like broken down. But I mean, you know, I already said like I got Jake Owens on there, Cole Bennett at Lyrical Lemonade, so you know, there are some like pretty big people if you want to see like the highest level of production that's like coming out. But yeah guys, I just want to share this with you as you know, these are all people that I'm either built relationships with, or I just absolutely love the look of their work, and wanted to share that with all of you. So thanks again for watching guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.